You always get this. Always happens to you. Some little stupid thing that I don't even remember. You'll say, "Oh, it ruined the movie for me, Kyle."
Because I remember being taken out of the thing and remembering that I'm on the cinema watching a stupid film.
You're always in the goddamn cinema.
But you forget, that's the
Mr.
point
Ray.
of watching the movie. You get sucked into it. And then when something pulls you out, that really sucks. It's like when you're listening to an album and suddenly there's a high-pitched sound on the right channel. And
it's
that's
not
it.
nearly the same thing.
It's exactly the same thing.
One is a complete technical mistake. One is an artistic choice you disagree with. Okay.
I don't know. I think it's a failure of execution.
Oh, now we're just getting semantic with it. We could, discuss power metal. The thing.
Yes, I know.
I
know. We get it. I just wanted to chat with you. Anyway, let's
right.
work now.
All right. Yes, our work that we do.
Our work that we do. Are you keeping track of the intros? I don't.
If I had to guess, but I didn't actually check. So since the last episode was mostly me talking about Metal Power, I assume I had you do the intro then. So it's probably my turn to do the intro this time.
Then it's all yours, buddy.
I have not fact checked that, but it sounds like my line.
It sounds correct, and that's enough.
Yeah. The truth doesn't matter as long as you just as
perception
long as
is what matters.
True. That's true.
The optics.
The stories we want it to be true.
Yeah.
Sup Nerds, and welcome to Powerful, the Power Metal Podcast, the show with powerful metal and even more powerful opinions. My name is Kyle, and I'll be your host today, along with my friend Fernando.
Hey, I'm here too. Hi.
He's here, and we're here to discuss some of the hot and upcoming releases in the world of power metal. Fernando, how you feeling today?
I am feeling very, very well. It has been a very productive weekend for me, which is very good. Rather unusual.
Yeah, I remember you said you were up, working on something for 8 hours or something and got no sleep.
I got 8 hours straight of focus time, of hyper focus on an actual useful thing, which is very good. Very, very good.
All right. Well, I've been listening to some new power metal here, and we got some really good stuff here today. I'm excited to get into it.
It's so good. The stuff that we've listened to, it's so good. Kyle doesn't like me saying this, but power metal is back again.
Power metal's back. It lives.
Yeah.
And what all did it take to get to this point?
A lot. I don't know, man.
Well, it took Canadians. Is what it took.
This is all Canada. You're right. I forget. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna start with Canada because we're gonna talk about Crimson Shadows.
Yeah.
Crimson Shadows' new album, Whispers of War, hot new releases came out the other day, and I'm just going to say it's easily one of my favorites of the year. I love this. It rips from start to finish. How about you?
This is definitely power metal album of the year. There's no question. I don't know.
These are big words we're throwing around.
These are big words
here.
For me, yeah. But this is.
But Fernando, it's like harsh vocals.
It's perfect.
Power metal album of the year.
Absolutely perfect. This is the thing that you have to understand, dear listener, is that this caters exactly to my taste. So it is power metal album of the year. This is the best.
That's all it takes.
The best Dragon Force album in a decade. This is. It has the speed. It has intricate guitar work, actual guitar work, not just going fast on one note. There's craft here.
Man, it's beautiful. All the melodic stuff they're doing and all the different vocal styles coming together.
Exactly.
It's really something to behold.
It's really good, and it's a good listen throughout the whole album. There's no intro track. There's an intro
track
that is part of the first track. It's short and it matches the track, and they are not afraid of making it part of that first track. You are supposed to listen to them together, not just skip it. So already plus 10 points on everyone else.
When I'm listening to the guitar solos and stuff on this album, I'm just it sounds almost like Dragon Force style, sweeping, and oh my god, it can be done, man.
It can be done. It takes work. And I understand why a lot of people don't do it, but this is so good. And the thing is that I think we know, like, people have had some bands where they say, oh, this is like Dragon Force Worship, Dragon Force Light, whatever. And I think people used to say that back in the day about, what was the name? You know the one that I'm talking about, the one with Bill Hudson.
North Tail.
No, the older one.
He has a lot of bands.
I'm going like 15 years ago. Like Dragon Force was still a thing. I mean, they are still a thing. You know what I mean? That it was original Dragon Force. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's been bands like that. And sometimes it's just that they play fast, but they don't really have the songwriting style. They don't match the songwriting style. This has that songwriting style. And I don't mean to say like you would listen to this and be like, oh, they are copying Dragon Force songs. It's not a copy. It's just that style of songwriting, which I love so much. And I know a lot of people do.
I do want to back up. Just I know we're really excited to just kind of jump right into this, but to give extra context, so Crimson Shadows are a very much a mixture of power metal and like death/melodic death metal in an exact combination that very few bands actually do. It is power metal with harsh vocals. It is not melodic death metal.
Yes, 100%. This is not mellow death.
Yes, you have to make that distinction, and not one that I think people always totally latch on to. And this is a band who's been around quite a long time, although their last full release was back in like 2013. So I know we've been dying for a comeback.
Yeah, we've been starved for these.
Yes. When they had I think it was the first single last year, we were like, oh my God, this is so fucking good. And then they've been dropping singles throughout for quite a while, to the point where this whole album was almost fully released with like only like 2 songs that weren't singles. I stopped listening to the singles because I just wanted to wait after a certain point. Mm-hmm. But man, after over a decade gap between full releases, and it's this fucking good, worth the wait. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yes, really worth the wait. We're so happy that they are back. We have friends that were like always like, oh yeah, Crimson Shadows. This is something. Crimson Shadows is probably one of the top 4 most consistent question replies in the power metal subreddit, because people sometimes come here, hey, I like power metal, but I like harsh vocals. Is there any band that does power metal with harsh vocals? And everyone's like, Crimson Shadows, Crimson Shadows. There's no beating around the bush. There's no one else doing it at this like level of execution where it's actually
if there was one great. I wanted to like connect to it, which is relevant to the conversation, you can maybe toss Unleash the Archers in there because they will do harsh vocal stuff. And
yes, and
what do you know, Brittany Slays as a guest on one of the songs of this album, and I've seen people calling it the best Unleash the Archers song in like a decade or so.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me. But yes, we have Brittany Slays. There's another guest, which is Matt Magachi, who I'm not familiar with.
I am not either, yeah.
But he's on track 4, and Whispers of War, and Brittany's on track 7, Secrets of Our Time. All the songs are really cool. There's even for all the really diehards that are even more annoying than me, there's a song that fakes you out with a slow piano, and then it just blasts you on the face with speed. Everything.
Are you talking about Battle Hard 2, Battle Harder? Yeah. The song title of the year?
Song title of the year for sure.
Oh my God. So that song comes on and I'm like, oh man, what a fucking title. And it starts slow and I'm like, oh man, are they really going to have a slow song called Battle Hard 2, Battle Harder? But no, once it opens up, it is like the most ass-kicking song on the album. I fucking love it, dude.
No, it's incredible. Like, honestly, like you like power metal, you should listen to this and enjoy it, because I don't like, I know by now we have like different currents and styles where we call very different things power metal, and people do, and some people will be very confused. Try this. This is so good once you understand what's going on. Don't be closed off to this side of power metal, because like this is what I would like modern power metal to be everywhere. This is that side timeline that didn't get to the mainstream sadly, but
Yeah, I remember. So their previous album came out in 2013, which is like a time when I think a lot of fucking fantastic albums came out. Like Armory's last album came out, or Rest in Peace, their album came out then. Chaldean had an absolute banger that year. Crimson Shadows came out that year. And this was so in a beautiful time for power metal. And then the next year, Sabaton released Heroes, and the timeline shifted.
Yeah, the big event happened, and
Yeah.
the big shift.
So we were so close to greatness.
So
This
close,
man.
so close. But this is not the darkest timeline because
No,
the album
timeline's
is out.
correcting.
So we're happy. We're going to support it as much as we can. This is so good. I love everything about this. This is what I've been looking for.
The album is in my Bandcamp cart. I'm waiting for next Friday. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
I'll give them a purchase then.
Getting on Bandcamp Friday, maximize the return. So we actually support the artists. You gotta support them so that they keep doing this. I would say like you see, if you just see the album art, which is pretty cool. It does. If I didn't know, dude with nice. But if I didn't know the band, I would think, oh, this is like has that biking vibe with the
I was gonna say like a Monomarth type of rip-off.
It's gonna be kind of like
it's not kind
that, of but it's not that. It's nothing like that. and it's great. I recommend it. I will recommend it all the time. Stop being afraid of harsh vocals. Actually, open your ears and listen. You can listen. It's not scary.
I'll say, like, when I first got into power metal, eons ago, the fact that it didn't have harsh vocals was, or generally speaking, was part of what like got me into it. I'm like, oh, these guys are have such nice singing voices. But like, as I got more and more into metal and slowly dipped my toe into like folk metal and melodic death metal, I'm like, okay, I can get into this because it's like. It's about the texture. It's about the emotion. It's about the grit and the power, and that all. And especially these guys, they have like the more guttural harsh vocals, like the growling stuff, and the more like screeching harsh vocals, and they have like the clean vocals too, which it all blends together with like the really melodic guitars and everything, and it's beautiful. Love it. The my absolute like favorite metal. I like to say it balances beauty and aggression just right. It's tough to do that. I think stuff like Blind Guardian or like peak Virgin Steel, like the really good shit, they have that balance, and this is falling into that camp, and I don't think there's much higher praise I can give it.
Yes, I agree 100%. And there's in this album they really use the textures really well, and even it's not just single note harsh vocals all throughout. There's melody sometimes, there's single note harshing sometimes, just like you would have the blast beats on the Dragon Force albums, or the harshness in the Dragon Force the old Dragon Force songs that are just doubling the cleans. Here they are not doubling the cleans, they are on their own. And there's cleans, and there's the guest, and everything is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Album of the year, power metal.
10 out of 10. Album of the year. It's fucking awesome. Oh my god.
Yeah, go Canada.
Like, I was expecting this to be good, but man, it's really good.
That's the thing. I knew I was going to listen to the full album, right? I was expecting it to come out, just give it the full listen, which if you have listened to any other episode of the podcast, that doesn't usually happen. And I was still blown away. It was so much better than I expected. I hadn't listened to all the singles before, just 2 of them. And man, it's such a good time.
We hadn't really discussed this album or any singles other than that first one together. So like before we hopped on to record this episode, I'm like, it's like I know I fucking loved it. I'm like, Fernando will probably really like this. And
of course.
Here we are.
Here we are. This is like
I said, it's the best Dragon Force album in 15 years.
The best Dragon Force album in like 15 years. Yeah, we would need to check the dates, but yeah, something like that. It's and more people need to do this. I can say, from an artist standpoint, like I'm working on the mixing of the Eons album, and this album is now immediately went into my references. Like this is great. I need
Time to
to
rip 'em
sound,
off.
we need to sound like this at least, because God, it's so good.
God, if
Everything
we're not
makes
even
sense.
this good, what's even the point? Why even live, man?
Yeah. No, this is great. This is great, and we will recommend it a lot. Every time someone asks me for a power metal recommendation, I'm just gonna send him this album up. Like, this is now. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say to hype it. Just go listen to it, please, and
Battle harder.
battle harder. And I'm hopeful that the band will continue to do more music like this in the future. Then it's not going to be another 10 years. But if it's another 10 years, then it will probably
So
be
be it.
worth the wait.
Yeah, I want to see them live. I think they were at Hyperspace this year, and they're supposed to be pretty good. But man, this would be fucking great. If Ty can somehow pull it off to get them for Amount of Power, like, I'm there.
Yeah, we know it's
every
hard,
time.
but it would.
I know
be
it's hard.
Awesome.
I know
yeah.
Do I really need to go to Hyperspace? Fucking Canada. Like, I might.
It's probably cheaper than getting to Madison for you.
Probably. And I get the exchange rate, advantage when I
You
go to
get the
Canada.
exchange rate. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that.
As long as they let you back in when you come back. That's the.
There is that. I'm a sketchy dude.
But yeah, Crease of Shadows. I don't know what to say. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. We don't even do numbers, but 10 out of 10.
Yeah, we don't, but powerful as fuck. That's what it is.
All right. Well, I think we should keep the fast power metal going.
We should.
So we should. Let's talk about an up and coming hot new band. And this one that really for me just came out of nowhere. I saw some people posting it as like a new release. That is the band Exvamon, which I hopefully am saying right, and their album Odyssey of Fate. Now this is a brand new band from a little town called Visalia, California. And I'm like, wow, Central California mentioned?
Incredible.
You never see that.
Absolutely. And like now you can tell people, oh yeah, Central California has a lot of things like Exvamon. I've been saying Exvamon because it reminds me of the Digimon called Exvamon. And that's what Google keeps correcting me to when I search it, which is hilarious. But yeah, Central California mentioned, which is great. And this album is really good too. Who would have thought?
Yeah, it turns out when you have fast guitars, it can all work out. Like, I've really got into this album, especially the guitar solos. These guys have some really great shredding. It's really showing a lot of promise for me. Yeah,
100%. It is different from the Crimson Shadows style. The sound is very different. It's more traditional sounding in a way, like the approach to the guitar sound, the drums. There's barely, if any, synths in this, I'd say. Like
there is the minute and a half useless intro. They do commit the first sin.
They do commit the first sin, but it's that takes points away as usual. But it's very interesting because they are doing this kind of high shred, high speed, intricate power metal, but they are not following in the full. Let's make this gigantic soundscape with all the crazy sounds and everything. This is like, no, we are just 5 or 6 guys in a band playing.
That shows restraint in a way that I respect.
Yeah, but also there's no restraint at all because they're just shredding your face off.
Definitely. I was trying to like figure out like what like bucket of power metal I'd put this into, because it's not quite, I think, like traditional Euro power, but it's not quite the old school like US power metal stuff. It almost falls into what I would call like a split version of American power metal, sort of where I'd almost put like Seven Kingdoms or Helion Prime, where it is kind of guitar focused, but not in like the like iced like metal church, like that style of quote unquote power metal.
I understand what you say. It's a bit tough if you really want to categorize it, because
if you want to get super nerdy about it,
songwriting and playing style, it's more of this shreddier EUPM or European Japanese Italia and all those stuff.
Yeah, but it doesn't have.
But the
I wouldn't
sound,
say like poppy hooks
exactly.
or anything, or
the
or the
aesthetic,
synths.
the whole aesthetics are more US or more traditional speed metal. Like
Yeah,
it's like they just I don't know. It's cool. That's what matters.
it's cool.
It's cool.
Exvamon, it's cool. It's got a dragon on it and a dude with a sword.
It's got a dragon.
Got guitars
That's enough.
that go shred.
Yeah, no, I like seriously. This is another to recommend a lot. Is if you like the shredding, if you like the speedy power metal, if you like speedy metal, this is more like. I think we can convince more people to like this than to like Crimson Shadows, like in the grand scheme of things. I don't know. I get that feeling.
Crimson Shadows is going to be abrasive. It's an assault. It is an onslaught, and this is too, but not in quite the same way. Obviously, it doesn't have the harsh vocals, so it's going to be an immediate more accessible to, whatever style power metal fan you are. And the guitars are maybe a little less busy. Not that they're, slacking off by any means.
Mm-hmm. I want to mention the album art is really cool. Very modern. The album art would sell it to you as European power metal or maybe some Japanese thing. It's made by Par Olofsson, and he has very cool art.
Par Olofsson, now that's not a metal sounding name. Those Northern Europeans.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do on the podcast, other than, be the puppet strings influencing the power metal world to bend to our whims and promote our
very
bands.
Important work.
Yeah, that's important stuff. But my other favorite thing to do with the podcast is to just shine a light on these up and coming, like fresh new bands that, even though we have a minuscule listenership, but they are there. And this is one that I think I really want to turn their attention to.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Am I biased because this is the geographically closest to me power metal band we've discussed in a hot second? Probably. But still, it is quite good.
It's local rep, but I also like it, and I'm very far from that. So we balance it out. This is a big recommend. Just go and check it out.
If you had to pick one song to toss at listeners, what would you go for here?
One song I'm not sure, honestly.
If you didn't pay attention to song titles, that's fine.
I just listened to the whole album without even looking at the screen like I usually do.
Oh, well.
So I don't have a single selected right now, but I don't know. Just skip the first track and just listen to the album. That's it.
Yeah, the three I picked were Resilient Heart, Stars of Fortune, and Life Divine. So if you're
and they're very short. Like I'm looking now at
all 5 minutes.
At the runtime. Yeah, like most of them are 4:30 something. So it goes
35
quickly.
minutes, breezy.
Yeah. But that Exvamon, or I don't know, whatever until someone corrects us, I will think it's a Digimon.
Until I go to their Instagram and find a video of them saying the name, which I did not do before this.
But it doesn't happen that much. There's a lot of fans that don't do that until they are like on an actual interview or something. Which this is not like a common word in any language, I think. So, I don't know. Digimon exists, guys. Sorry.
If they actually say that this was inspired by the fucking Digimon,
10 out of 10.
Fucking, I'm gonna shoot somebody, man.
No, man, that would be great. That means I am right. But that's all you see of fate.
A bit of a tangent, but a guy I know, one of his philosophies of what makes something successful is that people love to see things digivolve. He always says digivolve as his point of reference.
Yes.
A very targeted one. And I don't think he's inherently wrong either. So digivolve yourself and listen to this album.
Listen to this album.
All right. You know what? I think we need to get weirder with it, Fernando.
Yeah. So this is one that you listened to and I didn't. It still happens, guys. Sorry.
It does. So, God, where do I begin with this? So, we talked about this next band called Old Machines a little bit last year because they released a few songs early as like an EP, sort of previewing what their full album would be like. Well, that full album called Cycles of Extinction is just about here. Comes out at the end of August on August 22nd. Now, the easiest frame of reference for this band style would be to say, it's Bal Sagoth. And if you haven't listened to Bal Sagoth, I would sum it up as a like very theatrical and over the top, like symphonic black metal style, where you've got a lot of blast beats, a lot of like harsher vocals, but you've also got these almost like cheesy, as it almost feels like a bad word to say, but it's kind of appropriate with the synths and the orchestrations that are just blasting away on top of all the riffs and the blast beats and the growls and the narration, giving you this big, grand sci-fi epic. It really is impressive how like true to that classic Bal Sagoth sound they're able to sound, while also just delivering an experience of an album.
Nice.
Did you check out their EP at all last year, Fernando? Or I know because I know we've talked about this a little bit.
If I did, I honestly don't remember. Sorry, but I generally enjoy Bal Sagoth adjacent things. And I see from the song titles that it is 100%
when you see a song title such as "Extinguishing the Light of the Preludian Empire," parentheses upon the apex of their glory, or "The Sundering of the Irradiated Suns and the Rebellion Sparked by the Gene Plague," or "Crescendo of Carnage dash War Song of the Singing Swarm," parentheses Swarm Wars 1. There's no other Swarm Wars. That's the only one. Why did they label it Swarm Wars 1?
You have to be ready.
Maybe they'll do more.
You future-proof the naming.
I guess so. Man, like I said, this album is an experience, and that it starts with a pretty long, like sort of like atmospheric, kind of spooky soundscape kind of thing. It goes on for quite a few minutes. Halfway through the album, they have another sort of interlude like that too. But every song in this album is insane, in a word, and it constantly builds and constantly escalates. And when it starts at a 10, it manages to keep doing that. It's pretty nuts. This is one of those albums that we'll talk about on here that I'll say, oh, it's not for everyone, but please check it out just to expose yourself to whatever the fuck this is, because it's cool.
I want to say something because I haven't listened to it. I didn't have time yet. I will check it out based on your recommendation. But I want to talk about the album art. It has that, was it late 2000s, mid 2000s piece filter that all the games had? Like, it's this yellow,
but like
PS2,
the piss filter,
PS3
that
graphics.
was mostly for like, that was for like military shooter type stuff.
Because
this is like a sci-fi thing.
Need for Speed had it. The Need for Speed, the good
and that was
one.
just that's how they pretended to make things look realistic. And like,
it was the great thing. Yeah, so it makes me think of that. Also, like the album art is made like of like very game-looking assets. If I may,
well, like giant aliens in it look like the Striders from Half-Life, basically.
Yeah, just very large.
Or like the Reapers from Mass Effect, just like a big thing with long tendrils.
And like everything makes me think of that, like brings me back to like, oh, this is a end of PS2 era game instead of an album.
Oh yeah, I feel like we're hitting that point in the nostalgia cycle just about, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
80s can suck it, man.
But that's my take because I haven't listened to it, but I will, because your recommendation is compelling enough, because I like the Bal Sagoth craziness.
Yeah, if you want to just listen to like the title track, I think that might be an easy one to just get into and get the point. Like I haven't had that look on in the background now, and even now as I re-listen to it, I'm just like getting surprised, like, oh man, that's a creative choice to just come out there with the guitars doing that. Like, all right, cool. Like my words will not do an album like this justice, because like I said, it is an experience and one you really just have to take for yourself. So get into those Swarm Wars, okay? Yeah, be ready. There might be more of them.
Yeah, probably. Cool. So this is crazy, crazy experimenting with new sounds or sounds you haven't heard before, at least, or ways of using instruments, and just going very wild and not very standard power metal. But there's an album coming out that's very standard power metal.
Should we bring us back to reality and normalcy here?
Back to
Have
the
we gone
old
too
days.
far beyond?
We've gone. Sometimes you need to like bring it back down to earth. This album has. When is it coming out? It's not even out when we record this.
No, we're doing a big boy,
Incredible.
high profile release. We're talking about it a month early. For some reason, we got the promo copy. So let's talk about Helloween.
Helloween.
The big boys, the daddies of power metal, according to some. Kai Hansen and the boys. Those pumpkins, they're still united. God bless them.
This is so cool to see in general, because I remember, and I'm sure you remember too, Kyle, when the first Pumpkins United thing was announced. I think it was the tour announced first, and then they released the first single. That's still, to me, one of the best Helloween songs ever. Pumpkins United.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
that's a great song.
It was incredible. The album art for the album that they released, incredible. And now those things are holding in that the album art for this album is also absolutely amazing. It's another Eliran Kantor piece. It's so awesome.
Yeah, he does like horror art, but he like turns into this like space thing for Halloween. It's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool because if you follow his work, the Halloween albums are a departure from his usual themes and topics. Yeah. And it's so refreshing to see, and it works so well. And honestly, this set up big expectations for the album. The first single, it was the first single that came out, right? The Tokyo song, the This Is Tokyo.
Yeah,
and that kind of
this is a weird album.
It is a weird album. Yeah.
And I've been really interested to talk to you about this one since I've been listening to it a lot the last day or so. So this is Giants and Monsters by Helloween, the second of the like new era of everyone together, all the vocalists, all the dudes. We loved the last one. We loved that. We love Pumpkins United. We love the live shows. So Giants and Monsters, I'll say overall pretty good. I have very conflicting thoughts about it though, and I'm curious to hear what you have to say as well.
I think we have generally, I'm in the same boat, but because some songs, I love them. And they're really cool. They are what I expected, what I wanted to hear, rather. Other songs are more of the, this is some of the old school stuff I actually never liked in general. But it got me thinking about the previous album. And that album also had some songs that I didn't care about. It has some gigantic peaks, but it wasn't like throughout 10 out of 10 either. And this one is like, it has its moments. It has very cool moments. It has kind of dull moments, but more so in that some songs actually feel like they are from an era that I'm not very interested in, if that makes sense.
It is a clash of eras here, definitely, and clash of styles. So, like for instance, if we want to get a little more specific, the second song, "Savior of the World," is just like a banging power metal anthem. I fucking love it. That song's great. But then you've also got songs like you've got the Tokyo song, or the one after that is a little is a little too much, which it almost feels like we're getting into like glam rock territory.
Yes.
Rather in like a lot of mid-tempo songs, and not really focusing on what I think someone like you and me would consider to be Helloween's big strengths, being, the classic power metal, right?
Yeah, and it's more like, because I'm not gonna say that I don't enjoy like some glammy things or old school things here and there, but not done in this way. Some of those songs feel a bit like not special enough. Like I wouldn't put them above anything else. I think the other single, Universe, was pretty cool. but it's not like, oh, this is the new gold standard of Helloween songs.
I didn't really pay attention to the singles. I just waited for the album on this one. Was Universe I quite like Universe. That's the longest song in the album.
It is, yeah.
It's not quite like a Skyfall type of like big epic like that, but it's still a pretty cool song.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
It's going to contrast a lot with like the Tokyo song, which
the Tokyo song
too.
Is it's like I don't know a better way to say this, and it sounds mean, but I really don't know how to best articulate it. It's just the song that screams "We are old," and you never want to hear that as a listener. Like, I understand this is. I don't know if it's just a generational gap, because obviously we're much younger than the Helloween people, but it's the kind of song that I feel like, I don't know. This is like, I have it tied in my mind to a stereotype of people that I don't enjoy being with.
What it said to me was, oh man, I'm sure the song is going to pander really well when they do shows in Japan in Tokyo.
Yeah,
which is kind of cynical, I guess.
No, that's fine. That I don't have a problem with doing that kind of thing, but I like in the execution of the song is that like the actual kind of music that it is like this. This is not for me personally, and there's a bit of that in the album, but I don't think it's a bad album. I think there's more good than bland. And I think it's cool to hear these guys doing all this, hearing Darius and Kisuke singing in all these songs.
Yeah, a lot of the strengths of like the previous like new Helloween stuff is still here with Kisuke and Darius like kind of trading off lead vocals, Kai coming in to spice it up here and there. All of that is still there. All of that still works great.
I would still go to see Helloween live if they play songs out of this album more than any other. If that means anything to anyone, I would recommend it.
They're gonna play a variety on their live shows these days, I think.
I mean, depends on the kind of show, right? Because like when the shows that we went to together, they were the big, epic Pumpkins United 2-year-long world tour, and they played 30 songs for 4 hours. But if you...
Did you see their tour for the last album, like 2023?
2023?
2 or 3?
No, I don't think I did. Let me check. Because I saw
them... I went to a tour for that one.
I went... The show that I went to... No, I didn't go to. No, I remember now. I didn't go to that one. Because I had no money that month.
Oh, well.
Because I had already seen them when the tour started here in Buenos Aires back in 2018. Man, it was forever ago. And then we saw them in the States. And when they came back in 22, I remember...
That was for the first new album, yeah.
I remember meeting someone. I was at the store just buying food, and I had my Helloween hoodie. And the guy stopped me, and he's like, "Oh, Helloween's cool. Are you going to a show? It's like in 2 weeks." And I'm like, "Oh shit, no." And then I check, and I could not afford it that month. Can't go to all the shows. But
shame.
I'll probably, like, again, if they don't overlap with anything, I would go again next time they swing by, which is probably gonna happen in the next year.
I would assume so, yeah.
And I recommend that show. Like, I assume they're still at the same level because the shows in 2018 were amazing. And
yeah, the show in 2023 that I went to was also pretty good. I think I preferred the 2018 one, but it's still...
Yeah, but the 18 one was
special. They do a great job.
18 one was extra special, right?
Yeah.
Because it was a super long show with all the videos, and everyone is like the first time getting together, and
it was much more of a standard tour compared to the celebration that was the previous
now
tour.
We are on... That's the thing. We went through from the peak of like Helloween is back like never before. Everyone is here, Smash Bros. Style. Like a band that had broken up several times. Everyone is back together, which is not something that all bands see happen in their lifetime. It was amazing. Now we are more in things have settled. This is reality now. Still pretty
Right.
cool. Better than not having it, of course. But you shouldn't like try to constantly compare to that event, basically.
Yeah, and so when it comes to actually like playing these songs live, I'm very curious which ones they're actually gonna go for, because there's a lot of there's different styles going on here.
Yeah.
Like, is it gonna be like a power metal banger? Is it gonna be the more like mid-tempo-y, like glammy stuff? Is it gonna be like the bigger song, like longer ones? They have a couple 8-minute guys in here.
I can see the glammy
I have no
stuff.
idea.
I can see the glammy stuff going live.
Yeah, like it might be like we need like the modern song. It's also easier to play, maybe. But we'll toss one of those in there for your stompy whatever.
Like I wouldn't expect the 8-minute long songs at every show.
No, no. Like they'll probably do one long song if it's not Skyfall or Key for the Seven Keys. They're not going to do one of these 8-minute songs. Yeah. Even though I think those are among the better ones in the album.
Yeah,
that's
for me. That's the annoying thing, right?
Like,
that's
that's Universe and Majestic. Those two are pretty good.
They are pretty good. Yeah, those are some of the highs that I like. So.
Another highlight for me is "We Can Be Gods," the 4th song on the album. There's a lot of cool guitar work on this one, and I love like the little melodic touches in the chorus of this one, just like the dun 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 dun. It's like little things like that. I think just make it extra stuck in your head for me.
Yeah. So, final verdict. We recommend this. I think it's fair to say.
I recommend it with an asterisk of you're not going to like everything.
Yeah, like it's worth checking out, but
it's Helloween. You gotta check it out.
You gotta check it all out. Yeah, but yeah. And if you are like, oh, I really like the fast, power, epic songs, go listen to Helloween, the previous album, the United, or just listen to Pumpkins United in loop and be happy.
Yeah, this is very much going to be an album where on revisits I just pick my favorites and I skip around and I do like half the album. I make my own EP of good shit.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I get on with my life.
That's what we do. And
yeah.
Or maybe if you don't want to commit to listen to the full album for the first time, go and sort them by the listens on Spotify. And that's somewhat of a selection. I don't know. It's cool. It's worth listening to. Power metal is doing well. That's it. That's the thing.
Yeah, and I'm glad legends like Helloween can still, be around and put out cool new stuff like this. And after 40 years or whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Honestly, it is pretty insane.
Yeah. Anyone who's like, oh man, I wish they'd go back to a Walls of Jericho thing. I don't think they're doing that, but I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
And they're not really doing that here.
Gotta move on.
There's a piano ballad.
Yeah. That's it. It's good. Crimson Shadows still album of the year with this existing.
Yeah, Crimson Shadows, Canada beats Germany. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry to say.
Canada beat Germany.
The weirdest game of Civ that we're playing here.
Yeah. But you know what's weirder than that?
Oh no. Are you calling the police on me?
I am calling the Moron Police on you.
And I'm a moron. How'd you know?
Who saw it coming? So if you have no idea what we're talking about, dear listener, that's understandable.
Which is probably most people.
Which is fine, because this is the Power Metal podcast, and we usually talk about power metal bands. And
adjacent genres as we determine it to be acceptable.
We just talk about whatever we like as well.
That too.
So Moron Police is a band that we've known for a while, that most of our friends are familiar with, some very, very familiar with. If you are into the deep chasm of power metal weirdness, you might have listened to Voice of Battle, which is related to this band. But this is a super proggy, weird shit thing with a bunch of cool blend of styles of sounds. And they have released a new single after a long while called Pachinko Part 1.
This is only Part 1.
It's
almost 12 minutes long.
It's 12 minutes, 11:44. It's not power metal at all. It's just some proggy goodness. It's
this is
really good.
Moron Police. Moron Police call themselves a weird band from Norway, and I've seen them called like prog, pop, rock, metal, which like prog and pop almost seem like they should be opposites in that sense. But I think it just really captures that these guys, anything is valid. It all counts. It all goes.
I'm pretty sure we talked about the previous album, A Boat on the Sea, on the show,
which fucking rocks.
Which is so good. And one thing that the thing that stayed with me the most from that album was all the J-Rocky sounding moments, because that's something I really like. This is nothing like that, I would say. I don't know if you agree. This is more like
this is one song and it is a lot. Okay?
It is a lot, yeah.
Like there's sections in this where it's like a chiptune solo. There's like a flamenco-y bit. There's like the slow acoustic parts. There's like the breakdown metal parts. There's the big melodic like finishes. They're singing about San Francisco for some reason. Like,
yeah,
there's so much going on, and honestly, I love it. This is just a single for an upcoming album, and it's one of my favorite songs of the year, I think.
Yeah, it's so nice, so interesting. I think it has a lot of releasing value because you will not take
I've been
everything
spamming
in.
This for the last like 3 days. I've been listening to this almost on repeat, and I feel like I'm just resonating with new bits of it every time.
Yeah, because there's a lot here to find, to rediscover over and over. It's really cool. The guys, everyone does a fantastic job here. It's really cool. That's cool instrumentation, changes in style, basically a lot of genre bending. I think it's appropriate to say. They call it that as well.
Yeah.
I see now in their Bandcamp.
Yeah, you really can't put these guys into any kind of box or mold, and I mean that in a very good way.
Yeah,
like I know we're talking about this on our power metal podcast, which no, this isn't power metal, but I think there's enough of like a uplifting melodic energy to a lot of parts of it that is gonna still resonate with the power metal fan in your heart. I have my very arbitrary binary scale for prog, as some listeners may remember, which goes on one end as boring prog and on the other end of cool prog. This is so firmly on the side of cool prog, you don't even know. Like, it's not just like, oh, we're gonna stand here and chug with a slightly weird time signature. Like, no,
yeah,
we're gonna be cool with this. We're gonna get weird with this.
I think it's very important. I think it's very important. This is not proggy for. This is not music for musicians. This is actually enjoyable.
Like big brain turbo prog
for everyone. Yeah,
this is prog for everyone.
The craft is done for the song.
They're not losing the forest for the trees, I think might be another way to put it.
Yes,
they're not losing sight of just having a good time while they do weird things with it, while they blend all these genres and instrumentation styles.
Don't be afraid to approach this. Like, let yourself be taken in by this piece, because it's gonna be fun. Because it is fun, like, mostly. It's a fun time, in the good way. And
you really feel like you're on a journey with the song, which is, I think, the way a long song like this should feel.
Yes.
Like you're getting an entire, almost like a whole movie, just in this 12-minute musical experience. What's it even about? I couldn't totally say, because the lyrics, I've read the lyrics. They don't make a lot of sense to me. It's something about finding yourself, maybe. I'm not sure.
I have not
just
analyzed
feel
that.
it, okay?
Yeah,
feel it.
Just go along for the ride. Some might say the song like progresses over time. Wild concept.
You might be onto something there.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I need that checked, like peer reviewed or something. But this is good. This is a good single, great single. It doesn't feel like a single. It feels like a little whole self-contained thing. But it's gonna be part of an album.
I'm very curious, like, what the hell is this album gonna be?
Yeah,
because like this song is so much. Like, is it gonna be just totally different from this, or is it gonna be pieces from this? Is this like a summation of everything? Is it just gonna get weirder? I have no idea.
I hope it gets
all
weirder.
The above.
Probably all of the above. I like that the album art for the single, they said that it's just a small part of the actual full album art of the album. And it's
makes sense symbolically.
It's
then
so nice, and it feels like it's like it makes you expect something huge coming, and that's it. I
don't think they've said when the full album comes out.
There's no. I don't have any info on that. I only have.
I was looking. I didn't.
I only have the single. The fact that the artwork is bigger. I don't know.
All right. Well,
but hopefully
the main gist of this, Pachinko Part 1 is fantastic. Please go listen to Moron Police. These guys are awesome. You know, their drummer passed away from a car accident of all fucking things a few years ago, which is part of why they've kind of had a longer gap between releases here. And that sucks. And I'm really glad they're able to keep the Journey truck in here. And my God, they're really pulling it off. This is so good.
Yeah, this is great. It's great to see them back. We are not. I don't know. I think we should stop asking them to do more Voice of Battle, but I kind of want to keep saying it.
Because Voice of Battle is really good.
It's so
but like they're really good at this too. So
yeah, but
let them do what they want.
4 Moron Police albums, 1 Voice of Battle.
The Voice of Battle album is like from 2012 or some shit. Like,
yeah, it's like the gap with Crimson Shadows. It's time. It's
time.
But yeah, this is great. Go check out Moron Police by the single on Bandcamp. We listened to another single I have written here.
One more single I wanted to bring up here today. So this is a new project called Aedan Sky. Now, this is a side project by members of Galderia, which is a French power metal band that I think we know for doing just some of the happiest sounding power metal of modern days. So they're doing a side project here, which is a bit more of a classic power metal throwback. They're doing this like very gamma ray and Helloween. Hey, look at that Helloween inspired like space concept album. A full album is called The Universal Realm and will be out on September 12th. But their first single, called Beyond the Vortex of Time, is just a good time. This is power metal in its like purest, most classic form. And I'm pretty hyped for this. This is a sick project.
I enjoyed the single. I saw a lot of I see comments on the YouTube video saying, "Oh yeah, I can hear the Galderia style, whatever."
I think it's just
it's different.
The vocalist is the same.
It's just the vocalist because it sounds very different. But the vocalist is the producer, I think. As well. Yeah, he's the producer of the album. So like it's his decision, whatever. It's cool. I wish there was a higher res image of the album art because it seems interesting, but it looks crappy on the press release.
Fernando is pointing out all the album artwork stuff because he is
I'm sorry,
searching them all to put them in the video.
I'm looking at them. So, and if you're on YouTube, you can see them. If you're not listening on YouTube, sorry that you can't see them. But I can't do anything about that. Leave a comment about it. I don't know. This is cool. This is cool. They lofty things for an album. It's a concept album. It has named characters. It has multiple vocalists. It's something to look forward to, I guess. To the whole album.
If you're into the like I said, that more classic style power metal, the fast guitars, the really big uplifting choruses, the soaring vocals. This is really what their whole mission statement is, I think. And then, hey, space opera stories. Sure, why not? That's cool stuff, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's why they said it's also for fans of Avantasia, which I guess, hey, stories and
it's just
opera.
because
there you
it's
go.
Honestly, I don't know. The for fans of is very general.
Yeah, well,
but if you like EUPM, go check it out. Check out the single, and then when the album drops, we'll probably have a review of the album eventually, maybe.
Yeah, it comes out in September. Unless it like totally sucks and drops the ball, then I might not bother talking about it. But I assume we'll get to it on the podcast when it comes out.
Yeah. At least the song is a fun time.
Yeah, really great single. It's a great way to get us excited for it.
Yeah, I kind of want to listen to Galderia now.
Hey, symbiotic right there, okay? It helps them that way.
Yeah, I know.
Just have them feed into each other.
I know. It's cool stuff. And there's no more Aedan Sky yet, so Galderia it is until that album comes out. And I think that's it. I think that's all the power metal we have, at least for now.
Yeah, of the albums that I really dove into and wanted to have the big discussions on for this episode, that'll do it.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, listen to Crimson Shadows, Whispers of War, because it's amazing.
Yeah, that is a top contender for this year, for sure.
That's the thing. So at the end of the year, we can review if it stands, and you can, I don't know, I think I'm going to be correct. I don't expect anything else to be as good for me personally as Whispers of War.
Yeah, like when it appeals to your taste, this specifically, and it's hard. Getting a feeling that goes to that level it's rare. But hey, we're always down to be surprised.
Yeah, hopefully someone prove me wrong, please. I beg you. Give me more good musics. And
that's why you're working on all your stuff, you know?
Yeah, I know, but that takes so much work. and it's different. It's a different thing. When the album you are working on comes out, that's when it ends and it starts for the audience.
Yeah, for sure.
A different approach, but I also do only music that I like listening to. So it is self-serving for sure. I'm such an egoistical artist.
Well, speaking of feeding your ego, I'm going to be at the Mile High Power Fest in Denver in just a few weeks. So to any listeners who happen to be going to that, feed my ego and say hi. That's important.
Yes. Find Kyle, ask him about his top 4 power metal bands, and take a selfie or something. Tell him to do the podcast, whatever. And we'll have, obviously, when he comes back, we'll do the review of that. The travel blog episode is coming again, as we usually do now.
Yeah, because this will be the first time going to that festival for me, so it'll be I think interesting to recall the events. Have
you ever been there to what is it?
Denver?
Denver? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Denver plenty of times.
Okay, I don't know where you traveled to.
This is actually like the closest metal festival to me, or power metal festival, I think.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
Yeah. So that'll be nice.
Yeah. You have to remember I cannot point Denver on a map. I have no idea what's going on.
It's in the middle-ish. So, you just point at the map and you'll be close.
Yeah. Middle of the US, to be clear.
More or less.
Cool. See some.
And then also prog power, but that's not for a little while.
That's gonna be later in the year, and we'll talk about that when it comes. But yeah, I guess that's the episode. That's the thing. We did the power metals. We reviewed albums. We previewed albums, and we hope that you enjoyed it. And I want to say, because I checked today, the classic thing that everyone else does. That's thank you to the patrons we have, because your guys are keeping the show going. You are making the costs for the show manageable. So, yay!
Thank you.
Go patrons. And if you're listening on YouTube, leave a comment. I don't care what it is. And if you're not, and I don't know, like it, rate it, whatever, tell your friends about it, and we'll see you.
Because we don't promote this show. Other
we
people
do not
need
promote
to do
the
it
show.
for us.
Exactly. You are our marketing guys. You're the only ones that make it happen. Look forward to Mile High Power Fest, and that's it. Stay powerful.
Stay powerful.